Last time on She Rules the Waves, we left Chalon and Champagne and made some puns on the way. We changed canals, we flew the drone, and we locked our way up to the Billy Tunnel. Before looking down again and ended up at the dock party, made some new friends and had homemade pizza in Sillery. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Linus Jackson, a sailing musician and father of two, trying to get my boat Sedna home to Sweden for a major refit. And in time, I plan to be a full-time liveaboard and world traveler. Join us on this journey. Good morning, everybody. Here we are in Sillery, starting the day off with a wonderful cup of cappuccino made with the machine and the milk frother thingy I got from my family on my birthday the other day. Since I forgot to start the camera right away, you unfortunately missed one of my first successful out-of-a-slip reversals, but you'll just have to take my word for it. So, yesterday we moved from Chalon and Champagne and ended up here in Sillery. Today, we move along through the city of Reims to the end of the Canal de Alen, or at least that is the plan. But first things first, let's go.
More traffic means more waiting. You can see the rod there by the barge, but I can't see any lights yet. Next one just came suddenly. There was no rod, but it's now green-red, so it should be fine. That's a weird big egg over there. It's got lights. I'm not sure if you can see that in the video. That is something nasty. Ooh. Yeah, it's probably also a dead rat. Be some. Ugh. So now the app says that there is an unidentified metallic object on the right-hand side of the canal, and we weren't sure if it was the right-hand side from our way or the other way, but we'll see when we get there. They said to hug the left side. I assume we're doing it the other way because the kilometer signs goes down from here, so it's probably hugging the right side for us. We'll see when we get there.
Well, actually, we didn't see anything, except Waldo.
I found him. There he is. There's Waldo. This barge ahead of us is really not going fast, so this is going to be a long passage. We're doing 1.6 knots right now. Whoop whoop. Hold your hats.
Not only is this Belgian barge insanely slow, he also kicks up a copious amount of mud that makes me worry about the heat exchanger. And he's clearly not at all interested in letting us pass. The opposite, actually, which we learned when we gave it a shot at a wider section of the canal. And as we approached the next lock, with another barge lingering in front of it, things got really confusing.
This Belgian barge dude doesn't seem to want to move for anyone. But I guess this will work as long as we're not in a rush.
Although we kind of are in a rush to make the last locks of the canal before closing, there's really no point in getting yourself worked up. And just as we were ready to lock, the lingering barge started to move.
We're trying to figure out what this barge is doing, but we can't really do that. They were tied up alongside and now they're not. They're kind of in the middle. It's a slow day today.
Yeah, we had to fiddle about for quite a while waiting for them and then back up to twist the rod again before we could finally move on. Although they would actually show up and surprise us one more time later on.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Was the captain of the boat that we were asking what they were doing. They just came and apologized and gave us some goodies. It's already 5:15 and it's 1 kilometer to the second to last lock of the day. Unfortunately, we have the barge called the Belgian barge and it's really slow, so keep your fingers crossed. Last lock of the day, last lock of this canal, and the one you see down there is the other canal that we're going on tomorrow. But we're done for today, so let's find somewhere to stay overnight.
And as we entered the Canal de Alen, trying to find a mooring for the night, we got stuck in the mud quite a few times before we caved and tied up just before the lock at the no parking sign. And at that time, the lock in front of us actually opened, proving that the locks on this canal obviously had a later closing time. But we were too tired to keep moving. I went for a stroll in the heat to try and find some information for tomorrow, and maybe a place to go swimming, but to no avail.
This looks a little weird. Or dry, at least. Sometimes you do whatever you can to find shadow.
And as the sun set, we enjoyed the goodies we got earlier from the weird acting barge.
The wine that we got from the captain of the hotel barge is this. So we're drinking this and enjoying some petit bâton and cheese and stuff. I like it a lot.
We enjoyed the surroundings during golden hour before having a very tasty pasta dinner.
Yeah.
And after dark, even though we got attacked by mosquitoes, we got to end the day on a magic note with some glow worms.
Kolla vad trevligt. Wow. Yummy.
Good morning, people. I am a little tired, but it's warm and sunny, and I just went to talk to an actual éclusier, lockkeeper, and they're opening for us so we can just go through and then move on about 20 kilometers or 19 or something like that without any locks to the next canal. I don't even remember the names of all the canals now because it's very confusing, but I will let you know in the graphics. All right, let's go. Actual manned lock. Very nice. Just give him the thumbs up and starts it. So we're just going here for 19 kilometers and then we're turning off towards another one.
Yeah, well, 19 kilometers without any locks in a very rural terrain is highly unusual. But it definitely made for an awesome sleep-in morning for the kids. And it gave me and Jens lots of time to contemplate some philosophical issues.
Det kan vara så att man kan bara vara säker på att ens egna upplevelser existerar. Alla andra varelser som alla andra materier i världen skulle kunna enbart vara del av den egna upplevelsen. Det vill säga att ingenting annat existerar, det är jag som är universum.
You heard it here first. I am the universe.
Allting handlar om mig.
Ja, eller hur? Okay, so up ahead there's a lock on this canal, but we are turning right to the Canal de Alen. I think that's the correct pronunciation. So there's the lock, and here is the new canal. Now we have like 2 kilometers, and then we're looking up, 4 locks up, before a tunnel once again. We're on a bridge.
So, the Canal de Alen is about 48 kilometers long and consists of 4 locks up, a tunnel, and 9 locks down, if you come from the south, that is.
Okay, first lock on the next canal, and this one is a little bigger. Like 2 meters longer, 1 meter wide, or something like that.
Just a little bit bigger actually makes the locking easier. And as if that's not enough, all the locks up until the summit was already open for us when we arrived. And we didn't see any other boats until we reached the tunnel. Smooth sailing.
I think we are approaching the tunnel. It's also about 2.5 kilometers. So it's supposed to be lit, and there's a red light, so we gotta wait. All right, it turned green right away, so let's go.
But as we got closer to the entrance,
Sorry? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Okay, so, but I have green. Okay, thank you.
I'm still not 100% sure how she made me understand, but what she said is that I had to slow down because there was already a boat inside the tunnel that we would soon catch up to. If you're wondering what's going on here, this is when we caught up to the barge in front of us. We had to slow down a lot. Slow enough for Jens to think it was a good idea to jump off the boat and walk along the towpath for a while. Why, you might think? Well, because why not? And then we saw the light at the end of the tunnel, and suddenly we were outside again.
Once again, we find ourselves behind barge.
And once again, it was impossible to try to pass him.
There's a water world on the other side of this little dividing thingy. And it seems kind of popular.
For a second, we thought about staying here and go for a swim at the water park. But then the barge in front of us started to act unclear about its intentions. We went up to them and asked, and it turns out we needed another remote to open the locks, but we haven't passed anywhere we could get one. The barge captain pressed his remote for us, and then I called the VNF to figure out what to do next.
Okay, so the thing is that from the last lock, the lock number 9, we were supposed to have a telecommand, a remote, but we don't have one, and we never got one. So, but we got through that lock, and then we called again, and now she says she's coming out with a telecommand. I hope that's what she said, but because she didn't understand English, and I don't understand French. Still, I understood a little. I know she was coming. I'm not sure if she's coming to 8 or 9, so we'll just have to wait and see. So close, but so far away. The nice lady gave us a telecommand, so I'm going back on the boat now.
The remote worked great, and we kept powering through the most jungly part yet of the canals. At the next lock, I tried to do it all by myself, just to see if I could. Although I made a few mistakes and I scared the crap out of the crew when I jumped back on the deck from way too high up, I did manage. But that doesn't mean I'll keep doing it solo style, not when I actually have a crew.
Ecluse number 6, this one I decided not to do it myself. It worked, but it wasn't great. The Pignon. This was our planned potential stop, but it's just 4 o'clock, so we'll keep going. Lock number 2 means the last lock of the day and the second to last lock of the canal. It says on that sign 0.9 kilometers to Guni, where there's supposed to be a halte nautique. So let's stay there. We're done driving for the day. One of the boys is over there. One is over there. And we were all thinking about if we should go swimming in the canal or not.
This is the first place we've been to so far where the water actually seems okay to swim in, and it's been another really hot day today. But first I'll take a walk and check out the village.
Sup?
I was kind of looking for a place to eat, but even though there was some kind of fiesta going on, the only restaurant in town was closed.
Someone is swimming! Woohoo! Hey! Swimming in the canals! Woohoo! I assume that the visibility is close to 0. It was refreshing for sure. Definitely worth it. That was really nice. Although the canal water is not that nice, so I guess we have to take a shower after this, but it was so worth it. Woo! After swimming, Anchor Bear, we got a delivery from my parents.
Yes, our parents came by with some missing groceries and stayed for a bit and enjoyed the fireworks that suddenly lit up the night sky. It turns out that today was something called Fete de Village, and the neighboring villages got together to celebrate. The fireworks kept going for quite a while, and we really had front row seats. Thank you so much for watching this episode, and if you liked it, please give us a thumbs up, share it with your people, and maybe give us a comment down below. For real-time updates, you can visit our Instagram or Facebook pages, or even better, visit our Patreon page and consider contributing to keep the channel alive. We also have a wishlist at sherulesthewaves.com if that kind of contribution is more up your alley. And a free way to support us is, of course, to click the subscribe button and the little bell to make sure you don't miss the next episode. Tomorrow, we move on to yet another canal, so until next time, take care.